Welcome back to QLA Castle and
Thank
to
you.
Dan Peña's QLA Seminar. Just a few questions about your week. Is this your first Castle Seminar?
This is my first Castle Seminar.
Are you pleased you attended the Castle Seminar?
I'm very pleased. It exceeded my expectations quite a bit.
Was there a point during the week when something suddenly struck you about what you've been doing and you've now decided, I'm doing this completely differently?
There was more than one. There was one big one though, and it was midweek. Just so much great information, but it was almost like a lightning bolt and or a smack to the face. And so yes, something that belief that I've held for a long time. I've been in business for a long time, and I phoned my wife. I said I had just had an epiphany. So the answer is yes, for sure.
How has your vision of what you can achieve changed during this week?
I think the QLA seminar has the ability to open. It's not a lot of information that you haven't heard before. It's just one basic concept with some very good tools, and the idea of just do it. That you have to take action and keep taking action. Not that it's easy, not that there's some magic formula, but that there's that taking action can't be overrated. Or it's one of these things that if you don't take action, you'll never make any progress. And I think that I'm familiar with taking action, but not the type of consistent, focused, and hard work that Dan talks about during the seminar. So I think that that's the direction that I need to go.
Dan talks about taking the action now. What are your plans for the next 21 hours or 21 days?
Well, I've already, starting today because I knew that we were wrapping up, I've already reached out during breaks to some people for some help in assembling my dream team for my board, and I've, in addition to making lists and things like that. So I've already started the process and working on the very first step out of the 7 steps. And I'm hopeful that by the time I communicate again with Dan and the team, I've made a little bit of progress, or a lot of progress, toward the first step.
Are you pleased then with the final outcome of the seminar?
I'm very pleased. I was very familiar with the material before I came. Looking for and trying to read and watch everything that I could that was available online. But being here is there's nothing that compared to, you can't have the same cathartic experience or changing experience that you have if you're not here in person. So it's not, I think reading about it, and I think the next best thing would be starting and taking some action before you come. But I think coming here is a very rich experience, and it's the type of experience that lights your fire and allows you to have some clarity on what each step looks like, and so gives you a little bit more confidence in taking those steps. So yes, I think that without the experience of being here in person, it's not the same program.
So after a week with Dan, how has your life changed?
Well, I think that until you get here and you see the castle and the grounds, and see Dan in person and hear him teach the material and become very animated in his presentation, you don't really have you don't really get an idea of what it feels like to perform at a certain level as a super high performer or a high performer that he talks about. And so I think the way that I've changed after spending a week with Dan is that it gives almost immediate confirmation that not only is it possible, but that if you don't do it, and as I heard him say this many times this week, if you don't do it, go home and throw away all of the other self-help books and any other program, and you don't ever have to sign up for another one again, because it just requires taking action and getting it done and taking step after step. And it is such a powerful message. And I think that, in more than any other way, is the way that I've changed the most after being with Dan here this week.
Is there particular point you would recommend to somebody watching this on YouTube?
Yes, I think that a lot of people I'm aware who are here this week and previous weeks find Dan through the internet, and especially these days, and then start to consume the information and watch all the YouTube videos, and whatever it takes to get here. I would say get here. Stop thinking about it. Stop reading more information. Stop trying to do it on your own and take the shortcuts. And as he says, just fucking do it. Get on a plane and sign up for the seminar and go through it for yourself, and then make the decision whether you don't want to do it anymore. And again, even if that's your outcome, you've spent the money or you've invested your time, and you realize that it's not the right thing for you, that you don't want to be a high performer, because that's what all his program is. It's quantum leap into a different level of performance. And if you're not willing to commit to that, or you don't want to commit to that after the experience, then the rest of your life you're free to just do whatever the hell you want at whatever low level you're comfortable with. So yes, that's my message to you too, is pull the trigger and just fucking do it.